The parable of the rich man foolishly builds bigger barns. Jesus taught in parables about wealth and what those who are wealthy should do with it. The parable of the rich fool is a parable of Jesus which appears in the Gospel of Luke. It depicts the futility of the belief that wealth can secure prosperity or a good life. The parable in Luke 12:16-21, NLT. Then he told them a story. A rich man had a fertile farm that produced fine crops. He said to himself, "What should I do? I don't have room for all my crops." Then he said, "I know. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones. Then I'll have room enough to store all my wheat and other goods. And I'll sit back and say to myself, 'My friend, you have enough stored away for years to come. Now take it easy. Eat, drink, and be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool. You will die this very night. Then who will get everything you worked for?' Yes, a person is a fool to store up earthly wealth but not have a rich relationship with God." This parable is about where Jesus dispels the false belief that more possessions make us safer. Using barns as a symbol of abundance, he challenges the need to build bigger warehouses when we already have enough. It is an indictment of hoarding at the cost of generosity. After teaching this lesson, Jesus introduces the crowd to a rich man whose land yielded a huge harvest. There is only one problem: the landowner has nowhere to store his surplus grain. His barns are already full. A rich man's land brought forth abundantly, and he thought to himself, "What shall I do, for I have nowhere to store my crops?" And he said, "I will do this, I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones." At this turning point, the rich man chooses to store goods so that he can relax, eat, drink, be merry for years to come. At that point, God calls him a fool. The man dies that night and no one will be able to enjoy the things he has prepared for himself. It's all been for nothing. The parable ends with Jesus giving the crowd the takeaway. A rich man turns into a rich fool when he hoards excess wealth at the cost of generosity. If we focus on stronger security nets and don't see the needs around us, we are nothing but rich fools. Wealth diverts thoughts of generosity. The endless pursuit of wealth can lead to destruction and lead us astray from our faith. Since we are born with nothing and die with nothing, we must be content with what we have. If we are blessed with more than that, it is for generosity and good works. There is a negative correlation between the desire for wealth, especially excess wealth, and the capacity for generosity. There is a limit to the number of assets we must collect.